Today we're going to learn how to do a face replacement. You're going to want to select two images that go together. You want to make sure that they are angled in the same way. The two pictures that I chose are angled in the same way, both looking directly at the viewer. This allows me to do my face replacement a lot easier than having two faces that are going in opposite directions. Once you have your two images that are going in the same direction, you want to then edit the color on these images. You want to make sure that the color is the same. You can do this underneath the quick under Edit. After you have the color the same, you want to make sure that the image size is the same on both images. You go to Image, Image Size, making sure that they are the same. When you realize that they're both the same resolution, same canvas size, then you want to see if they line up. How we make sure that they line up is by taking one and putting it on top of the other. This will select a new file. You will have two layers. In this layer, I have my background layer as Bella and then Edward on my top layer. I changed the opacity on Edward, making sure that he is lined up with Ella, making sure that Bella is shining through and that the mouth and the eyes are lined on her. I adjust the sides to make sure that his face is accurate. Once it is accurate, I'm going to click Enter, or click the green check mark. And then I'm going to duplicate my file. I'm going to go to File, Duplicate. I'm going to make another copy of this, and this is going to come in handy when doing our face replacement. I'm going to go back to the file that I have with Edward and delete it. Okay, this one has only Edward, does not have two layers. I want to make sure I have two files open, only two files. This is important. In both of these files, we have two layers. I'm going to delete one of the layer from each of the files, making sure that I have one of each open. So I have one Edward in this case and one Bella. Once both Bella and Edward, or in your case, your two files are open, you then are going to start on the face replacement. It's important to make sure everything is lined up, the color is correct, and the sizes are correct before you do this. Where you find this is underneath Guided. Under the big tab Edit, you will find Guided. You click Guided, and then you will select Faces. Once you select Faces, you are going to have the ability to choose both of your images. You then want to align both of your images, making sure the eyes are lined up and the mouth is lined up. You click the little alignment tool, and then when you hover over your image, the eyes will appear where you can shift the eyes so that they are in the right location, shift the mouth so that is in the right location, and then apply alignment. This is going to shift the face a little bit so that it's at the same exact angle as the other image. As we see, Edward's jaw is a little bit angled, and now Bella's jaw is going to be angled as well. The next step is using the pencil tool. This is going to do the transfer. We start small, starting with one eyeball, making sure that it's lined up. If it's not lined up, then you're going to want to adjust the alignment. That means that when you saved it before, it did not work. So you might want to do steps 2 and 3 over again. You want to make sure everything is lined up before doing this. As you can tell, that works best. As we're going over with the pencil, Bella's face is starting to appear on Edward's body. If you make a mistake, you can always use the eraser tool and erase the blue marks that you've made on Ella's face. Once you are done, you're going to press apply. You can get closer and look to see if you have all of the detail accurate. Once you feel like your detail looks pretty good, you're then going to go back to the full, and you can adjust all the minor things that you'd like to adjust. I'm going to go to the healing brush tool, and I'm going to heal some of the areas that are a little bit weak on my picture. And how I do this is using the Option key, and that is going to select a bullseye. As you can see, the bullseye appears. That bullseye is going to select the area that is wanting to replace the other area. So I'm selecting the area that I like and replacing it with the other areas, almost as if I'm selecting my color with the bullseye and replacing the other colors with my paintbrush. I go in and do this all over the face where I see shadows are not correct or lines are not correct. Once I feel like it's complete, I want to finish up on all of my blemishes and then go in and save my image. Finishing up here. You want to make sure you save your image by going to File, Save As. But before you do that, you want to flatten your image. Going to Layer, Flatten Image. Once your image is flattened, then you're going to save it. Save it under your file name, and then you're going to save it as a JPEG. It's important to flatten your image so that you can transfer it into a JPEG file. After you saved it, please send it to me through my CVC Catholic email. Thank you very much.